Lopez, a beloved RuPaul's Drag Race crew member and Emmy-nominated singer-songwriter who has passed away following a brief but intense battle with lymphoma. News of Gabe's death was shared in a statement posted to his official Instagram account on Monday. His mother, Connie Howard, confirmed the tragic news, revealing that Gabe fought courageously against cancer before passing away over the weekend. In her emotional message, Connie wrote that the family is devastated by the loss of their deeply loved son. "We, the family, are heartbroken to lose our deeply loved Gabe, and cannot imagine life without his joy and laughter, his generous love and sincere kindness," she shared. Gabe has so many wonderful people in his life. Gabe Lopez was known not only for his creative talent, but also for his warm spirit and compassionate heart. As part of the RuPaul's Drag Race production team, he played a meaningful role behind the scenes, contributing to one of television's most celebrated and inclusive franchises. Beyond his work on the show, Gabe was also a respected singer-songwriter whose artistry touched countless fans. Following the announcement, an outpouring of love flooded social media. Stars from RuPaul's Drag Race and members of the wider LGBTQ+ and entertainment communities shared tributes, remembering Gabe for his kindness, professionalism, and infectious positivity. Many described him as someone who brought light into every room, always offering encouragement and support to those around him. Friends and colleagues reflected on Gabe's ability to uplift others, even during his own difficult health journey. Several Drag Race alumni expressed their heartbreak, honoring his legacy as both a creative force and a genuinely beautiful soul. Gabe's passing comes after what his family described as a brief but intense battle with lymphoma, underscoring how suddenly his life was taken. While the loss feels overwhelming, loved ones are remembering him for the joy he brought into the world, his musical contributions, and the deep connections he formed throughout his career. As tributes continue to pour in, fans and colleagues alike are celebrating Gabe Lopez's life, a life defined by creativity, compassion, and community. His legacy lives on through the music he created, the shows he helped shape, and the countless lives he touched. Our thoughts remain with Gabe's family, friends, and everyone grieving this profound loss. Bruce Bilson, the legendary director behind some of the most beloved TV shows in history, who passed away at the age of 97. Known for his sharp comedic timing and impeccable storytelling, Bilson left an indelible mark on the television industry over a career spanning more than 5 decades. Bilson, grandfather to actress Rachel Bilson, died peacefully at home in Los Angeles, according to his daughter, producer Julie Bilson Allberg. His passing marks the end of an era for classic television, as he was one of the last surviving directors from the golden age of episodic sitcoms. Throughout his extraordinary career, Bruce Bilson directed or assisted in over 400 episodes of some of TV's most iconic series. He began as an assistant director on The Andy Griffith Show, working on 58 episodes from 1960 to 1962, before moving to Route 66. By the mid-1960s, he had transitioned into directing, starting with The Baileys of Balboa, and quickly became a sought-after talent in Hollywood. He went on to direct multiple episodes of fan-favorite series, including The Patty Duke Show, Hogan's Heroes, Get Smart, for which he won an Emmy Award, Love, American Style, The Doris Day Show, and Please Don't Eat the Daisies. His directorial touch could be felt across many other shows, from The Odd Couple and Dynasty to single episodes of Dallas, Bonanza, Green Acres, Bewitched, and That Girl. Bilson also had a long-standing collaboration with Desilu Productions, the company founded by Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. He directed the final episode of Life with Lucy, marking a significant moment in television history and cementing his legacy as a director who could handle both comedy and drama with ease. Born on May 19, 1928, in Brooklyn, New York, Bruce grew up in Los Angeles after his father, George Bilson, relocated the family for work at Warner Bros. He began working in the industry as a child extra at age 14, developing an early love for the craft. He later studied theater, editing, and camera work at UCLA, before serving 2 years in the U.S. Air Force. After returning, he fully immersed himself in Hollywood, quickly rising through the ranks from assistant director to Emmy-winning director. Off-screen, Bilson was known for his warmth, professionalism, and ability to form lasting relationships with cast and crew. In interviews, he often spoke about the importance of earning trust on set, explaining that every new show required him to prove himself while respecting the established dynamics of the production team. He is survived by his wife, Rena Jarrett, his screenwriter son, Danny Bilson, daughter, Julie Bilson Alberg, and numerous grandchildren and great-grandchildren, including actress Rachel Bilson. His family remembers him as not only a brilliant director, but also a loving husband, father, grandfather, and mentor. Bruce Bilson's work touched millions of viewers and influenced generations of directors. From his Emmy-winning episodes to countless classic sitcoms, his legacy will live on in television history. His dedication to storytelling, combined with his keen eye for talent and timing, ensured that each show he touched became a memorable part of American culture. As Hollywood reflects on his incredible contributions, fans in Mumbai, Los Angeles, and around the world continue to celebrate the life of a man whose career shaped the face of modern television. Rest in peace, Bruce Bilson. Your vision, humor, and artistry will be remembered for generations to come. Geoffrey Mason, a legendary producer whose career shaped decades of live sports television, has passed away at the age of 85. Over a remarkable career spanning more than 5 decades, Mason became one of the most influential figures behind the scenes in sports media. A sports broadcasting Hall of Famer, he earned an astonishing 24 Emmy Awards, a testament to both his creative vision and tireless dedication to the craft. Mason worked with nearly every major sports broadcaster in the United States, including ABC, NBC, Fox, ESPN, and NFL Network, helping define how millions of fans experienced historic sporting moments. His fingerprints were on some of the biggest events in global sports, from the Super Bowl and World Series to the Tour de France, the Indianapolis 500, horse racing's Triple Crown, and major golf and tennis championships. Perhaps Mason's greatest impact came through his work on international events. He helped produce at least 7 Olympic Games and 6 FIFA World Cups, bringing global competitions into living rooms across America. His commitment to international coverage led him to establish full-time production offices for ABC Sports in Paris in 1976 and NBC Sports in Paris in 1981, helping expand U.S. sports broadcasting on a global scale. One of the most historically significant moments of Mason's career came during the 1972 Munich Olympics, where he served as coordinating producer for ABC Sports amid the tragic hostage crisis now known as the Munich Massacre. His role during that unprecedented event was later portrayed in the 2024 film September 5th, which chronicled how the ABC Sports production team navigated live coverage during the crisis. Disney CEO Bob Iger paid tribute to Mason in a heartfelt statement, calling him both a friend and colleague. Jeff Mason had a storied career, touching just about every corner of the sports television industry, Iger said. He had a passion for the business, which was evidenced in his prodigious work ethic and the constant love and enthusiasm he exhibited on everything he worked on. He most certainly will be missed. Throughout his career, Mason was also behind the scenes of countless unforgettable sports moments. These included the iconic 1980 Wimbledon men's final between Bjorn Borg and John McEnroe, Game 3 of the 1989 World Series, which was dramatically interrupted by a major earthquake in San Francisco, and the highly praised 2010 FIFA World Cup in South Africa. Colleagues remember Mason not only for his professional excellence, but for his mentorship, leadership, and unwavering passion for storytelling through sport. He was known as someone who elevated every production he touched, always pushing for higher standards while inspiring younger generations of producers. Geoffrey Mason leaves behind a towering legacy in sports television, one built on innovation, perseverance, and an extraordinary commitment to capturing history as it unfolded live. His work helped shape modern sports broadcasting, and his influence will continue to be felt for years to come. As the industry reflects on his life and achievements, Geoffrey Mason is remembered as a visionary, a collaborator, and a master producer whose contributions changed sports media forever. Michel Barbey, the legendary actor and dubbing artist whose voice helped shape generations of film and television memories, has passed away at the age of 98. Barbey died on Saturday, January 24, 2026, bringing to a close one of the longest and most understated careers in French performing arts. While his name may never have dominated movie posters or talk shows, his voice became deeply embedded in popular culture. Familiar, commanding, and emotionally resonant. In the hours following news of his death, online searches surged for terms like Michel Barbey doublage, highlighting how closely his legacy is tied to the craft of voice performance. For countless viewers, Michel Barbey was never primarily a face on screen. He was a presence. His gravely authoritative tone brought depth and gravity to iconic characters, often leaving a stronger impression than the actors he dubbed. Born April 23, 1927, in Droucourt, France, Barbey was originally named André Robert Eugène Barbet. He entered the acting world during a period when versatility wasn't optional. It was essential. Long before voice dubbing was widely recognized as a specialized art form, Barbey was already moving fluidly between theater, cinema, television, and voice work. He trained extensively on stage and spent several formative years associated with the Comédie Française, one of France's most prestigious theatrical institutions. From there, he transitioned into private theater while steadily building a screen career that spanned decades. On film and television, Barbey frequently appeared in supporting roles alongside some of French cinema's greatest legends, including Jean Gabin, Michel Simon, and Gérard Philippe. He worked under renowned directors such as Henri Verneuil, Denise de la Patelière, and Pierre Granier de Fer, contributing to productions that helped define post-war French cinema. Though these roles rarely made him a household name, they earned him something equally important within the industry: a reputation for discipline, reliability, and remarkable range. Yet, it was in dubbing that Michel Barbey left his most lasting mark. At a time when foreign films and television were becoming increasingly accessible to French audiences, Barbey became one of the trusted voices tasked with translating emotion, authority, and nuance across languages. His performances helped bridge cultures, allowing viewers to connect deeply with international characters through his carefully crafted vocal work. Colleagues often described him as meticulous and deeply respectful of the original performances he adapted, never overpowering them, but enhancing them. His approach elevated dubbing from a technical necessity to an expressive art form. Despite decades of contributions, Barbey remained largely out of the spotlight. He avoided celebrity, preferring instead a quiet professional life devoted to performance. Those who worked with him remember a man driven by craft rather than fame, someone who showed up prepared, stayed humble, and treated every role, no matter how small, with seriousness and care. Michel Barbey's passing marks the end of an era, not just for French dubbing, but for a generation of performers who built careers on consistency, dedication, and love for the work itself. He leaves behind a powerful legacy carried not through headlines, but through memories, in voices heard in darkened cinemas, living rooms, and late-night television screens. While his face may not have been instantly recognizable, Michel Barbey's voice will continue to echo in the stories he helped tell. A quiet giant of French performance, now at rest. Broderick Stephen Harvey was born on January 17, 1957, in Welch, West Virginia, to Jesse Harvey, a coal miner, and Eloise Vera Harvey. He was the youngest of 5 children, growing up in a working-class family during a period of economic and social challenges in Appalachia. Harvey was named after actor Broderick Crawford, a famous actor of the time, signaling that even his parents had aspirations and inspirations for him beyond the coal mining town. From an early age, Harvey faced personal challenges, including a severe stutter, which affected his confidence, but also shaped his resilience and determination. Overcoming this stutter would become symbolic of his ability to conquer obstacles later in life. Harvey displayed remarkable ambition as a child. In 6th grade, when asked by his teacher to write down his dreams, he boldly wrote that he wanted to appear on television. While his teacher dismissed it as unrealistic, Harvey's father supported his vision, instilling in him the belief that dreams could be pursued even in the face of skepticism. Later in life, once Harvey achieved fame, he honored that teacher by sending her a television set every Christmas for the rest of her life, showing a deep sense of gratitude and connection to those who shaped him early on. During his childhood, Harvey's family moved to Cleveland, Ohio, seeking better opportunities. They settled on East 112th Street, a street that would later be renamed Steve Harvey Way in 2015 to honor his contributions and roots. Harvey attended Glenville High School, where he graduated in 1974. Despite facing personal and educational obstacles, he showed early signs of humor, charisma, and social intelligence that would later define his career. After high school, Harvey enrolled at Kent State University as an advertising major and joined the Omega Psi Phi fraternity, a historically African-American fraternity known for promoting leadership, community service, and academic achievement. However, he struggled academically and dropped out after 2 years, a failure he later described as a turning point that initially pushed his life into a downward spiral. Harvey has reflected on this period as one of frustration, learning, and resilience, emphasizing that personal setbacks can become transformative if approached with determination. During his teenage and young adult years, Harvey developed a deep work ethic. He was exposed to the challenges of poverty, racial dynamics, and societal expectations, which later became a source of material for his comedy. He learned early on that perseverance, creativity, and the ability to connect with people were essential skills for success. These formative years created a foundation for the multifaceted career he would build as a comedian, television host, actor, producer, and motivational figure. After leaving college, Steve Harvey entered adulthood without a clear path, but with an unshakable determination to succeed. He worked a variety of jobs to make ends meet, including boxer, auto worker, insurance salesman, carpet cleaner, and mailman. Each of these experiences exposed him to the realities of hard work, rejection, and persistence, lessons that would later inform his comedy and his advice to others. Harvey has often noted that his early work experiences, particularly in sales and manual labor, taught him how to read people, understand motivation, and persevere under pressure, skills that became crucial in both his comedic timing and business ventures. Harvey began performing stand-up comedy on October 8, 1985, at the Hilarities Comedy Club in Cleveland, Ohio. At this time, his life was marked by severe financial hardship and instability. He has revealed that he was homeless for 3 years during the late 1980s, often sleeping in his car when shows did not provide accommodations, and using public facilities like gas stations or swimming pools to maintain hygiene. Despite this, Harvey's relentless commitment to comedy never wavered. He credits 2 individuals, Rich and Becky Liss, with helping him survive during this period by providing a contract for carpet cleaning work and extending credit, allowing him to focus on his burgeoning comedy career. In 1990, Harvey's breakthrough came when he became a finalist in the 2nd annual Johnny Walker National Comedy Search. His success in the competition propelled him into the spotlight and led to his first major television hosting role on It's Showtime at the Apollo, where he succeeded Mark Curry. The Apollo, a legendary stage for African-American performers, became a proving ground for Harvey's quick wit, charismatic stage presence, and ability to connect with live audiences. Hosting this show gave him both exposure and credibility, solidifying his status as a rising star in comedy. Harvey's talents extended beyond stand-up and hosting. In 1994, he starred in Me and the Boys, a short-lived ABC series, and later in The Steve Harvey Show on the WB, which ran from 1996 to 2002. The show combined situational comedy with Harvey's personal style of humor, earning him recognition primarily within the African-American community. Although it did not achieve widespread critical acclaim initially, it demonstrated Harvey's ability to carry a television series and balance humor with relatable life lessons, a formula that would define his later work. A defining moment in Harvey's career came in 1997, when he joined the Kings of Comedy tour alongside Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hewley, and Bernie Mac. The tour was revolutionary, bringing African-American stand-up to massive national and international audiences. The group's performances were energetic, insightful, and culturally resonant, blending sharp social commentary with universal humor. The tour became the highest-grossing comedy tour in history at the time, earning $18 million in its first year and $19 million in the second. Spike Lee later adapted the tour into the landmark film The Original Kings of Comedy, 2000, immortalizing Harvey and his peers as pioneers of modern stand-up. During this period, Harvey also began to transition into radio, eventually launching The Steve Harvey Morning Show in 2000. The program became a platform for Harvey to blend humor, motivational guidance, and social commentary, helping him cultivate a national audience and establish himself as a trusted voice in entertainment and self-improvement. This period of his career highlighted Harvey's versatility. Not only could he perform on stage and television, but he could also connect intimately with radio listeners, blending humor with practical advice in a way few entertainers could. Through the late 1980s and 1990s, Harvey's life and career were a testament to resilience, adaptability, and sheer determination. His experiences with homelessness, financial hardship, and repeated professional rejections forged a work ethic that would define his later success. By combining talent with relentless persistence, Harvey transformed himself from a struggling young comedian into a multi-platform entertainment powerhouse, setting the stage for his eventual dominance in television, radio, and motivational speaking. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, Steve Harvey had fully transitioned from struggling comedian to a household name, thanks to a combination of television, stand-up, and strategic branding. His stand-up career had matured, with Harvey refining his comedic voice to blend observational humor, personal anecdotes, and life lessons, all delivered with his signature charm, energy, and timing. The Kings of Comedy tour, which had cemented his reputation, brought Harvey international recognition, and the success of the Spike Lee film The Original Kings of Comedy, 2000, amplified this further, turning him into a star not only within the African-American community, but across mainstream audiences worldwide. The film captured Harvey's sharp wit, larger-than-life stage persona, and uncanny ability to connect with audiences of all backgrounds, and it became a cultural milestone in modern comedy history. During this period, Harvey expanded his career into television with renewed momentum. His radio presence had grown with the Steve Harvey Morning Show, which he began hosting in 2000, blending humor, advice, and music into a syndicated platform that would eventually reach millions across the United States. The program became not just a source of entertainment, but also a vehicle for Harvey's philosophy on life, relationships, and self-improvement, allowing him to cultivate a reputation as both a comedian and a motivational voice. Harvey also maintained his television visibility through The Steve Harvey Show, 1996 to 2002, which gave audiences a mix of sitcom humor and real-life relatability, blending his comedic talent with moral lessons and mentorship themes. The show highlighted Harvey's ability to balance humor with heartfelt storytelling, laying the foundation for his later work in motivational and advice-driven programming. Harvey's transition into film further showcased his versatility. In 2003, he appeared in The Fighting Temptations, starring alongside Cuba Gooding Jr. and Beyonce Knowles, demonstrating his capacity to take on comedic and dramatic roles simultaneously. That same year, he appeared in Love Don't Cost a Thing, portraying Clarence Johnson, and later, in Johnson Family Vacation, 2004, You Got Served, 2004, and Racing Stripes, 2005, where he provided voice acting for the character Buzz. These roles, though varied in scale and tone, solidified Harvey's presence in Hollywood as a reliable actor with mass appeal, capable of carrying both family-oriented and adult-targeted projects. The late 2000s marked a turning point for Harvey as he began to leverage his personal experiences into mainstream advice and mentorship. In 2009, he released the book Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, which dissected male behavior in relationships and offered women a humorous yet practical roadmap for understanding romantic dynamics. The book became a bestseller, staying on the New York Times list for 64 weeks, 23 of them at number 1, and later inspired the 2012 ensemble romantic comedy Think Like a Man, cementing Harvey's influence not only as a comedian but also as a cultural advisor whose insights resonated with millions. The success of the book and film demonstrated Harvey's ability to expand beyond performance, transforming personal and cultural observations into widely consumed media. thereby broadening his influence beyond entertainment into lifestyle and motivational spheres. Around the same time, Harvey began cultivating his brand as a television host for competition-based and family entertainment shows. In 2010, he became the host of Family Feud, bringing his humor, empathy, and quick improvisational skills to the long-running game show. Harvey transformed the show with his personality, turning Family Feud into a must-watch program for both live audiences and home viewers. He soon expanded into Celebrity Family Feud Africa, and other spin-offs, blending traditional game show elements with his comedic style and a focus on family and community, creating programming that was both entertaining and uplifting. By this stage, Steve Harvey had evolved into a multi-platform entertainment powerhouse, seamlessly juggling stand-up, television, radio, authorship, and motivational speaking. His rise was not merely a function of comedic talent, but also of strategic branding, persistence, and leveraging personal struggles into relatable content. From sleeping in cars during his early years to commanding stages, hosting nationally syndicated shows, and publishing best-selling books, Harvey's career became a blueprint for resilience and reinvention. By combining humor with authenticity, he cultivated a unique space where audiences could laugh, learn, and be inspired simultaneously, setting the stage for his later ventures in business, philanthropy, and international media. As Steve Harvey's career matured in the 2010s, he transitioned from being solely a performer to becoming a media mogul, entrepreneur, and philanthropist, expanding his influence far beyond comedy and entertainment. In 2017, Harvey formally launched Steve Harvey Global, a multifaceted entertainment company designed to consolidate his various ventures, including his production company East 112, radio, television, and digital media projects. The company's mission was to create content that spans comedy, lifestyle, motivational programming, and talent development, reflecting Harvey's vision of providing both entertainment and life lessons to a broad audience. Under this banner, Harvey not only produced his shows, but also mentored emerging talent, providing a platform for comedians, hosts, and content creators to gain visibility while learning from his decades of experience in the entertainment industry. One of Harvey's most impactful expansions was the international adaptation of Family Feud, including Family Feud Africa, which showcased his vision of culturally adaptable entertainment. Harvey actively participated in producing and hosting these international versions, using the platform to introduce his humor and motivational style to audiences worldwide. His ability to connect with contestants, celebrities, and families across cultural contexts demonstrated a rare global appeal, and he became a recognizable figure not just in America but in Africa, the Caribbean, and other regions where his shows aired. Harvey's success internationally reinforced his reputation as an entertainer who could bridge cultural gaps through humor, relatability, and universal themes of family and perseverance. Harvey's role as an author further solidified his position as a cultural influencer. Following the success of Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, he wrote Straight Talk, No Chaser, 2010, and Jump, Take the Leap of Faith to Achieve Your Life of Abundance, 2016. Both of which focused on relationships, personal development, and financial empowerment. Through these works, Harvey positioned himself as a life coach and motivational figure, providing advice on career, relationships, and self-improvement. His writing, combined with his radio show and television appearances, allowed him to reach millions, creating a multi-platform ecosystem of influence that blended humor with mentorship. Harvey's media presence became a guide for navigating modern life, especially for African American audiences seeking both entertainment and empowerment. Philanthropy became a central pillar of Harvey's work, reflecting his desire to give back to communities similar to those that shaped him. He and his wife, Marjorie Harvey, co-founded the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, focusing on youth education, mentorship, and community development. Through scholarships, enrichment programs, and mentorship initiatives, the foundation has helped thousands of young people gain access to educational and professional opportunities they might not otherwise have had. Harvey often emphasizes that his foundation work is not separate from his entertainment. It is part of the same mission of uplifting individuals and communities, through guidance, encouragement, and practical support. Beyond formal philanthropy, Harvey's cultural impact extends to mentorship within the entertainment industry. He has nurtured emerging comedians, hosts, and media personalities, providing guidance on navigating the often harsh realities of Hollywood and broadcasting. Harvey's own story, from homelessness and financial struggle to international fame, serves as a blueprint for resilience and entrepreneurship. His approach demonstrates how humor, discipline, and strategic thinking can transform personal challenges into platforms for influence and empowerment. Harvey's global reach has also included digital media, with his presence on platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter extending his voice to a new generation of fans. He consistently uses social media to dispense life advice, promote projects, and highlight stories of personal triumph, ensuring that his influence is both contemporary and far-reaching. In addition, his shows like Little Big Shots and Steve Harvey's Thunderdome demonstrate his continued commitment to family-friendly, inspiring, and entertaining content, blending his comedic instincts with an eye for discovering talent and celebrating human achievement. Through television, radio, books, philanthropy, and global outreach, Steve Harvey has evolved from a comedian struggling on the streets of Cleveland to a cultural icon, mentor, and global media entrepreneur. His ability to blend comedy, life lessons, and heartfelt guidance has earned him not just awards, but the enduring respect of audiences around the world. Harvey's story exemplifies the power of resilience, adaptability, and vision, demonstrating that entertainment can be a vehicle for influence, education, and lasting social impact. His legacy continues to grow as he leverages his personal experiences, platform, and brand to inspire and empower the next generation, cementing his position as one of the most influential figures in modern American entertainment. In recent years, Steve Harvey has solidified his status not just as an entertainer, but as a cultural icon and influential thought leader, expanding his reach across television, film, radio, literature, and philanthropy. He continues to host Family Feud and Celebrity Family Feud, which remain among the most watched game shows in the United States, combining his trademark humor with a unique ability to connect with contestants of all ages, backgrounds, and cultures. Harvey's hosting style, characterized by quick wit, empathetic reactions, and memorable one-liners, has helped Family Feud maintain relevance across multiple generations, with audiences both domestic and international tuning in to watch him interact with families, celebrities, and special guests. Beyond game shows, Harvey has expanded into streaming platforms, starring in Netflix projects like Family Feud Africa specials, and producing digital content that reaches millions of global viewers. His engagement with digital media reflects a keen understanding of evolving entertainment trends, as he ensures his humor and motivational messaging adapt seamlessly to platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Harvey's social media presence is notable not only for comedy, but also for providing life advice, inspirational content, and mentorship, making him an accessible figure for audiences seeking guidance on personal growth, relationships, and career development. As an author, Harvey continues to wield influence through his books, which have collectively sold millions of copies worldwide. Beyond Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, and its sequel, his motivational works, including Jump and Straight Talk, No Chaser, provide audiences with practical advice on life skills, financial literacy, relationships, and self-confidence. Harvey's advice resonates across generations because it blends humor with practical wisdom, reflecting lessons learned from his own life, including his early hardships and rise from poverty to global fame. His books have inspired adaptations into films, television specials, and motivational seminars, extending his brand into multiple entertainment and educational channels. Philanthropy has remained a cornerstone of Harvey's life. The Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation continues to make a meaningful impact by funding scholarships, mentorship programs, and youth empowerment initiatives. Harvey often emphasizes that his mission is to provide young people with tools to overcome adversity, pursue higher education, and achieve their dreams, drawing directly from his own story of resilience and determination. The foundation has also organized annual events, workshops, and community programs that highlight the importance of discipline, education, and moral guidance, creating opportunities for thousands of youths across the United States. Harvey's influence extends into cultural representation and social leadership. As an African-American entertainer who rose from humble beginnings to become a household name, Harvey represents the potential of perseverance and authenticity. He has consistently leveraged his platform to address societal issues, including race, education, family, and economic empowerment, often blending humor with motivational insights. His life story demonstrates that success is achievable through a combination of talent, hard work, vision, and adaptability, making him a role model for aspiring entertainers, entrepreneurs, and public figures. In addition to entertainment and philanthropy, Harvey has made significant contributions as a mentor and talent developer. Many contemporary comedians, hosts, and television personalities cite Harvey as a pivotal influence on their careers. His approach, fostering growth, teaching professionalism, and emphasizing consistency, has cultivated a generation of performers who continue to shape American comedy and television. Harvey's mentorship extends internationally through initiatives like Family Feud Africa, further establishing him as a global influencer in entertainment and culture. Steve Harvey's accolades and awards continue to grow in recognition of his contributions. Among his numerous honors are 7 Daytime Emmy Awards, 2 Marconi Awards, and 14 NAACP Image Awards, reflecting both his artistic talent and his broad cultural influence. Beyond awards, Harvey's enduring relevance in the entertainment industry demonstrates a rare longevity, as he remains active across multiple mediums while consistently evolving his brand to suit contemporary audiences. His ability to remain both relevant and respected across decades underscores his unique combination of comedic genius, business acumen, and motivational insight. Ultimately, Steve Harvey's legacy is defined by resilience, versatility, and global influence. From a young comedian struggling with homelessness to a worldwide media mogul, Harvey has transformed his personal challenges into platforms for inspiration, entertainment, and education. His work has redefined what it means to be an entertainer in the 21st century, blending comedy, mentorship, philanthropy, and entrepreneurship into a singular cultural brand. Harvey continues to shape the narrative for future generations of performers, proving that success is not just about talent, but about vision, consistency, and a commitment to uplift others. Through television, literature, digital media, and philanthropy, Steve Harvey has become much more than a comedian. He is a symbol of perseverance, humor, and impactful leadership in modern society. Steve Harvey's personal life has been marked by resilience, growth, and transformation, reflecting the same determination and discipline that fueled his career. Harvey has been married 3 times, each relationship shaping his understanding of love, family, and personal accountability. His first marriage to Marcia Harvey lasted from 1980 to 1994, and together they had 3 daughters, Brandy, Carly, and Morgan. The marriage ended after years of challenges, but Harvey has often credited the experience with teaching him lessons about responsibility, commitment, and the importance of family stability. His second marriage, to Mary Shackelford from 1996 to 2005, also brought insights into partnership, personal growth, and reconciliation, even as it ended in divorce. Harvey's current and longest-standing marriage is to Marjorie Bridges Harvey, whom he married in 2007. Marjorie, a successful businesswoman and philanthropist, has been a key partner in both Harvey's personal life and professional endeavors. Together, they have cultivated a blended family of 7 children, combining Harvey's 3 daughters, Marjorie's children from her previous marriage, and their shared family values. Harvey often credits Marjorie with providing stability, insight, and encouragement, allowing him to balance the pressures of an international career with a strong, nurturing home environment. Their partnership has been widely admired, and the couple is recognized for their dedication to mentoring their children, investing in family education, and fostering a culture of discipline, respect, and faith. Faith has played a central role in Harvey's life and worldview. Harvey is a devout Christian and regularly integrates his spiritual beliefs into his work, motivational talks, and public commentary. He often emphasizes that his success is rooted in obedience, prayer, and moral integrity, encouraging audiences to cultivate their own spiritual foundation to achieve lasting fulfillment. Faith also informs Harvey's approach to challenges, setbacks, and personal development, framing adversity as an opportunity for growth and service. He openly discusses how spirituality has helped him navigate professional disappointments, personal failures, and public scrutiny while maintaining confidence and humility. Beyond family and faith, Harvey has cultivated a philosophy centered on personal responsibility, mentorship, and practical wisdom. He frequently shares lessons from his own life on how to manage finances, cultivate meaningful relationships, and pursue career success. Harvey's motivational style combines humor, anecdotal storytelling, and actionable advice, resonating with audiences across socioeconomic, racial, and generational lines. His approach encourages self-improvement, resilience, and strategic thinking, making him a trusted voice for millions seeking guidance in both personal and professional spheres. Steve Harvey's influence extends deeply into cultural and social advocacy. He has used his platform to champion education, entrepreneurship, and youth empowerment, particularly within the African American community. Through the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, he has awarded thousands of scholarships, organized mentorship programs, and developed initiatives aimed at providing underprivileged youth with opportunities to succeed academically, socially, and professionally. Harvey emphasizes the importance of education, discipline, and personal accountability, often reminding young people that success requires a combination of hard work, strategic planning, and ethical conduct. In addition to his philanthropic efforts, Harvey has become an enduring symbol of African American achievement and representation in media. From humble beginnings, overcoming homelessness, financial struggles, and personal challenges, Harvey's trajectory demonstrates the power of perseverance, ingenuity, and self-belief. His career spans comedy, television, radio, literature, and digital media, making him one of the most versatile and influential African-American entertainers of his generation. Harvey's humor, grounded in empathy and relatability, allows him to connect with people across cultural divides, while his motivational messaging reinforces the values of discipline, family, and community. Moreover, Harvey has established a lasting legacy as a mentor and thought leader. Numerous comedians, television hosts, and entertainers credit Harvey with providing guidance, opportunities, and inspiration. His approach to mentorship, emphasizing professionalism, respect, and strategic thinking, has cultivated a generation of performers and media personalities who continue to shape entertainment and culture globally. His ability to combine entertainment with education and life coaching has set a standard for how public figures can positively impact society while maintaining a successful, multifaceted career. Steve Harvey's personal narrative, blending hardship, humor, and triumph, serves as a blueprint for success in modern America. By openly discussing his failures, lessons, and spiritual convictions, Harvey presents a relatable and inspiring model of personal development. His enduring influence can be seen not only in his ongoing media presence, but also in the countless individuals, across the United States and internationally, whose lives have been touched by his work, his words, and his mentorship. Through his commitment to family, faith, education, and philanthropy, Steve Harvey continues to define what it means to achieve success with purpose, resilience, and a sense of responsibility to uplift others. In 1997, Steve Harvey joined the legendary Kings of Comedy tour, alongside Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hewley, and Bernie Mac. The tour became the highest-grossing comedy tour in history at the time, earning $18 million in its first year and $19 million in its second. The group's performances highlighted Harvey's signature style of storytelling, observational humor, and personal anecdotes about life, relationships, and family. The tour was later immortalized in the Spike Lee-directed film The Original Kings of Comedy, 2000, cementing Harvey's status as one of America's premier comedians. Around the same time, he expanded into radio, launching the Steve Harvey Morning Show in 2000. Initially syndicated through Radio 1, Inc., the show featured a mix of comedy, music, interviews, and advice, eventually reaching millions of listeners across the United States. The radio platform allowed Harvey to connect with a broad audience, blending humor with guidance and life lessons, and it became a cornerstone of his career. During this period, Harvey also starred in films, including The Fighting Temptations, 2003, alongside Cuba Gooding Jr. and Beyoncé, and Love Don't Cost a Thing, 2003, showcasing his ability to transition from stand-up and television into mainstream film. In 2004, he appeared in Johnson Family Vacation and You Got Served, further expanding his presence in Hollywood. In 2005, Harvey released the stand-up special Steve Harvey, Don't Trip, He Ain't Through With Me Yet, filmed at MegaFest. Notably, Harvey performed the show without using profanity, reflecting his ability to appeal to family audiences while maintaining his comedic edge. Around the same time, he hosted Disney Dreamers Academy, a personal and professional enrichment event for teens at Walt Disney World, demonstrating his growing interest in mentorship and community work. In 2009, Harvey published his first book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, a guide offering insights into men's perspectives on relationships. The book became a New York Times bestseller, spending 64 weeks on the list, 23 of those at number 1. Its success led to the 2012 film adaptation, Think Like a Man, which brought Harvey's advice and humor to a global audience. In 2010, Steve Harvey became the host of Family Feud, a role that would redefine his career and introduce him to a broader, family-oriented audience. Harvey's energetic, humorous, and often unpredictable hosting style revitalized the show, combining his comedic timing with empathy and life advice for contestants. He emphasized positivity and often provided motivational commentary during gameplay, creating memorable moments that went viral on social media. His success on Family Feud led to him hosting Celebrity Family Feud and international adaptations, including Family Feud Africa, expanding his global influence. In addition to Family Feud, Harvey hosted Little Big Shots, 2016 to 2018, and its sequel, Little Big Shots Forever Young, which showcased talented children and senior performers. Harvey's natural ability to connect with contestants and audiences of all ages helped these shows become hits, reinforcing his reputation as a versatile entertainer. In 2016, he also launched Judge Steve Harvey, a courtroom comedy series blending real-life disputes with humor and life lessons. Harvey's tenure as host of the Miss Universe pageant, 2015 to 2019, brought both fame and controversy. In 2015, he mistakenly announced the wrong winner, initially naming Miss Colombia instead of Miss Philippines, an error he publicly apologized for during the live broadcast. Despite the criticism, Harvey maintained his professionalism, using the experience to demonstrate humility and grace under pressure. In entrepreneurship, Harvey has built a media and business empire. In 2017, he founded Steve Harvey Global, a multifaceted entertainment company housing his production company East 112, which produces television, radio, and digital content. Through Steve Harvey Global, Harvey has expanded into mentorship, motivational speaking, and branded ventures. He launched an African version of Family Feud, invested in the HDNet takeover, and cultivated partnerships across multiple industries, emphasizing empowerment, education, and opportunity. Harvey's philanthropic work is equally notable. Alongside his wife, Marjorie Harvey, he founded the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to youth education, mentorship, and leadership development. The foundation provides scholarships, mentorship programs, and community support to underprivileged youth across the United States. Harvey often emphasizes giving back as a key component of personal success, blending his own life experiences into lessons of perseverance, hard work, and resilience. Through his authorship, comedy, television, and business ventures, Harvey has become a cultural icon, widely respected for his humor, wisdom, and inspirational outlook. His journey from a homeless stand-up comedian in the 1980s to a multi-award-winning entertainer and entrepreneur demonstrates his relentless work ethic, adaptability, and commitment to impacting lives both on screen and off. Today, Steve Harvey continues to influence millions globally, balancing entertainment, business, and philanthropy, while remaining a role model for resilience, faith, and determination. Steve Harvey's career is not only defined by his success in entertainment, but also by the countless awards and recognitions he has received. Over the years, he has earned 7 Daytime Emmy Awards, celebrating his excellence as a television host, particularly for Family Feud. His work in radio has been equally celebrated. He has won 2 Marconi Awards for his nationally syndicated Steve Harvey Morning Show, one of the most influential morning radio programs in the U.S., which combines humor, advice, and inspirational messaging to millions of listeners. Additionally, Harvey has received 14 NAACP Image Awards, recognizing his contributions to African American culture and entertainment. Beyond awards, Harvey's impact extends into publishing. His book Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, 2009, became a cultural phenomenon, spending 64 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list with 23 weeks at number 1. The book's success led to the 2012 film adaptation Think Like a Man, which Harvey also executive produced. The movie achieved commercial success and expanded Harvey's influence into Hollywood, blending comedy, romance, and practical life advice for audiences worldwide. He later authored additional books, including Straight Talk, No Chaser, and Take the Leap of Faith to Achieve Your Life of Abundance, further solidifying his status as a motivational authority. Personal life. Steve Harvey's personal life has been a combination of perseverance, family, and faith. He has been married 3 times. His current marriage is to Marjorie Elaine Harvey, a fashion icon and philanthropist who has been a steadfast partner in both life and charitable endeavors. Harvey has 7 children, including biological, adopted, and stepchildren, and he often emphasizes the importance of fatherhood, mentorship, and guidance in shaping young lives. His commitment to family and mentorship reflects his broader philosophy of using personal experience to teach resilience, faith, and responsibility. Harvey's faith is another cornerstone of his life. A devout Christian, he frequently incorporates messages of spirituality, hope, and divine guidance into his work, particularly in his radio shows and public speaking engagements. He credits faith with helping him overcome periods of homelessness and hardship during the early stages of his career, transforming personal struggles into lessons for others. Legacy. Steve Harvey's legacy is multi-dimensional. He transformed from a stand-up comedian sleeping in his car to a global media personality, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and cultural icon. His humor, authenticity, and motivational philosophy have reached millions across television, radio, film, and digital platforms. He has redefined what it means to be a multifaceted entertainer in the 21st century, blending comedy, mentorship, and business acumen into a single influential brand. Harvey's work in youth mentorship, education, and empowerment through the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation continues to shape communities, inspiring new generations to pursue dreams despite obstacles. As a mentor, author, and public figure, he advocates personal responsibility, faith, and perseverance as the keys to success. He has also set an example for African American entertainers, proving that talent, determination, and strategic entrepreneurship can lead to lasting impact both culturally and socially. In recognition of his achievements, Harvey has been featured in numerous media outlets, awarded honorary degrees, and celebrated for his contributions to entertainment, philanthropy, and social empowerment. He remains an enduring figure in popular culture, admired not only for his comedic genius but also for his ability to uplift, educate, and inspire audiences worldwide.